Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to part 24 of my Criminal Empire Challenge. As you'll see, it's Harvest Fest, and Alex is inviting over some guests. He has been browbeaten by his wife into inviting his children over. So this is going to be the first big family gathering. Obviously, Lily wants to kind of get to know them all, and Nadia is coming partly as the custodian of Giovanna and partly because she is Ashley's girlfriend. Now, we have not also had other people coming over. I figured like having Carissa and Dale and everyone, it was just going to be too many. Frankly, too many Sims. So little Maya has come as well. I don't know where. Oh, here's... Now, I did age up Giovanna because she was not that much younger than Maya. Pretty much I did those two affairs back to back. So this is little Giovanna. I figured growing up in a criminal house with a criminal auntie, shall we say, and uncle, if you want to call Hugh that, I figured that she's grown up a little bit rebellious. Plus, when I randomly generated her trait, the one she got was not all sweetness and light like the one that little Maya got. So, you know, they're a little bit polar opposites in their personalities, but very, very cute. Now, I do want Addison in particular to come down, and like I might actually have these guys form a group because I would like the three girls, the three child-aged girls, to kind of do something together. It is unfortunately raining, so maybe I could have them all sit together in here and just hang. Now, Lily also wants to meet them all because she's working on the theory, even if she trusts that Alex isn't going to cheat on her anymore, if she decides she's going to stay with him and she's going to trust him, then she should get to know his other children. So we'll see. I mean, she would want to do that anyway. I think she's a good person. Now, I did cook a tofurkey dinner, which is unfortunate because it has not ticked off. So I'm going to get Addison to introduce herself to Maya. Now, the game, I think, has these kids already knowing each other, because they are siblings. So the game's just like, well, they know each other, right? Now, I don't know where Giovanna has gone. She's skived off somewhere. These guys are just saying hi. Amaya's shown up and she's bored. I don't know why I chose a mischief interaction, but I did, and I'm going to go with it. We're going to give her typing tips, talk about school, talk about our favourite animal. I mean, she's trying to bond. Now, she does not know her, so she's going to do an exchange names introduction with Maya. Be like, pleased to meet you. I'm your stepmom. And Maya's like, yeah, hi. I don't know, maybe she really likes TV or something. She's like, I want to be at home watching TV. Poor thing. Look, she's trying so hard. Lily's trying so hard to be supportive. But this is a very strange situation, you have to admit. Oh, she's sick. Does she even look after this child? Honestly, Jenny. All right. Can I give her medicine? I don't have any. Let me just order some real quick. I mean, I can only give it as a gift. It's not a great gift. It's not like the give potion interaction where they actually take it. So I'm going to have Addison come and say hi to Giovanna. Again, the game thinks they know each other. They don't. They've never met. And I'll have Lily say hello to Giovanna. Apparently she knows her too. All kinds of wacky stuff. Addison's super excited to be meeting these new siblings. I think she's imagining in her mind they can be her minions in her future world-conquering gang. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not gonna lie. I have been wondering what to do with this family once the challenge is done, because we are very close to the challenge actually being done. I just need to have the kids join the criminal career. Lottie just asked Zane on a date. So I'm not going... Oh, he's hysterical. From what? Bubbles, high quality fun, because he spent time with someone who gets his sense of humor, warm clothing, feeling close. Who was he talking to? I don't know. He is a teen, so in theory he can't die from emotional deaths. I'd be very upset if he did, because that would cause me some issues, it's fair to say. Now, I have got the kids sitting here with poor Jason. Can I get you to come sit next to your girlfriend, please? And you can sit here. I don't know where Jenny is. I did invite her, but I think maybe she hasn't come. Maybe she just found the whole situation too awkward, and frankly, who can blame her? Can I maybe have him invite her over? Maybe she was just going to show up late. If I click here, there she is. All right, look, everyone's actually sitting more or less where they're meant to. Except Maya snuck away. Jason's got sick at the kids' table. Oh, that's a bit pitchy. I think Maya's like, I have to go feed my cow plants, so bye. Fair enough. I mean, maybe that's why her mum didn't come over. He has not completed his tofurkey dinner tick box. I did remove the gnomes, by the way. I was like, I don't really feel like dealing with gnomes. That's too much stress. Oh, he needs to be thankful. I guess I'll have him be thankful for his dad. He's like, hey, Dad, I know you're sorry about everything you did, and you're still my dad, and I'm still thankful for you and the opportunities that you've given me. So that, thanks, I guess. Now, she doesn't have to do anything. He also has to be thankful. Fortunately, he's calmed down a little. Oh, Jenny's finally shown up, so that's nice. Jenny's actually turned up to say she's come to collect Maya. Lily's going to explain what Maya's left already, and Jenny's a little bit freaked out by that because she thought she saw some of the bears people around the house, and she was coming to collect Maya to make sure Maya didn't go straight home. And Lily's like, well, she already left. Like, I don't know if she went straight home or not, but she left already. So Jenny's a little bit freaked out. She's like, no, that's not super cool. So we're going to have to go and track Maya down before she gets herself in strife with the bears. Okay, so they have arrived at the house, and little Maya's just come tearing out the front, and she's like, I don't know what happened, but there's a big fire, help! So Zane did come with Ashley and Alex because he's that way, you know, he's a very physical sim. Alex, do you really want to walk in there? So he's just gone in and discovered the fire and then caught fire. Ashley, go put your brother out, please. Come on. She's trying to fight it. Zane's come in. He's being really courageous. Seriously, Alex, you cannot burn to death. I'm not losing this challenge that way. Zane, put yourself out, you idiot. Can I get you all to go outside, please? Please. Go on. Go outside. Alex, call the fire brigade. Don't be a hero. Come on. Maya didn't see who started the fire, but Alex is making some assumptions at this point about what has happened here. You can tell just by the look on his face. You better not go back in there, my boy. He's like putting out the fire as it makes its way out of the house. It's coming through the door. Ashley's spraying him just in case, which I super love. She's like, I've got this. The fireman has gone in there, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Alex is planning murder, basically. He's like, how dare they? How dare they come for my daughter? She was at home on her own. Like, she could have been really badly hurt. Now, I can't really control the Sims, but I like to imagine Ashley is giving Maya a hug. Maya's screaming, where's mum? Where's mum? And Ashley's like, it's okay. She's at our house. It's fine. You know, she's safe. You're safe. We're going to find out who did this and we're going to make them pay. Oh, honey. She's crying. Why are you crying? Ashley's clearly just overwhelmed with emotion at the situation. Alex is happy because, you know, he's evil. He's obviously contemplating the downfall of his enemies. Maya's like, but where are we going to live? And Ashley, without even thinking about it, is like, well, honey, you can come and live with us for a while. Okay, so the fire is out. Pretty much the whole house has been destroyed. There's a few things that are okay. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything here that Maya... Oh, I love how Alex is just like, the bath is fine and I'm going in there. Basically, there's a potted plant and a picture on the wall, which I can't take. And that's about it. So Ashley's saying to Maya, look, you and your mum can come stay with us for a while. We'll get you sorted somewhere else. It's fine. Look, hey, look, we've got some clay and stuff. So I'm going to take these guys home. And I am actually going to move Jenny and Maya in. It will only be temporary. They will fit, but it'll take us to 8 Sims, which is more than I can handle. Alex, in the meantime, is like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, just agreeing to it. Obviously, Lily has not been consulted in this, so we'll see how that goes. Alex has come home. He's stinking of smoke. He's come in. He's like, babe, we've got a problem. She's like, what do you mean we've got a problem? He's like, well, you would not believe what we found when we got there. Like, we got there and the bears had set fire to Maya and Jenny's house, and like the place was burned. It was completely gutted. So, you know, I nearly died. Zane caught fire, but he handled himself very well. And Lily's like, are you serious? Zane caught fire? What the hell? Is everyone okay? And he's like, well, yeah, but they have nowhere to live. Like, she's basically saying, look, yeah, okay, they can stay here for a little bit. But she really doesn't like the idea. She likes Jenny, but she also doesn't trust Alex. She's feeling a little bit down, but she has agreed that, yes, they can stay here for a bit. So, I mean, she's not wild about it. She's thinking negative thoughts about him as we speak, but she's gone to set up the dining room, basically to give them somewhere to stay. So what they've done is they've pushed all of the tables to the side, including the new one we literally just got for this Harvest Fest. I've put a couple of sleeping bags down just because they don't, you know, I mean, it's like the middle of the night on a public holiday. So it's not like they have the option to go out and buy more beds. Poor Jenny's just standing here looking a little bit stunned. So Jenny's saying to her daughter, look, honey, you didn't do anything wrong. And she's like, but if I'd seen the bad people, maybe I would have been able to like call the police and they could have come and they could have saved the house. And Jenny's like, it's okay, honey. Like, no one expects you to save the world. No one expects you to... Oh, look, she's on the big happy family aspiration. I didn't even realize. Such a sweetie. So, you know, she's very focused on her child, which is great. Now Addison's asking about Dirt. Honestly, the timing's just not great. So, yeah, Maya's feeling a bit sad, but she's getting a bit of a pep talk from her mum, and apparently she is embarrassed that she wasn't paying a huge amount of attention to her mum. So, probably because there was a plum bob in front of her face for that whole conversation. It's the next morning, and the kids are getting ready for school. Little Addison is asking the awkward question of, like, how long are Jenny and Maya going to be sleeping over for? And Alex is like, well, I don't know, honey. We need to... See, she just sniffed his clothing. We need to get them a new place to stay, somewhere safe. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. So she's gone off. Zane does not want to go to school today. He said, look, I think I should stay home so I can, like, help you guys plan, to his dad and Ashley. And his dad's like, no, you've got to go to school, get a good grade. Now, poor Jenny's feeling super sad because she had a terrible Harvest Fest, but also her house burnt down. Jason's painting level 10. I have actually been thinking, I know I had this whole thing about him going to do fine arts at uni, but he's already maxed the painting skill and he's not even an adult yet. So part of me is like, does he need to do that? Like, maybe I should just keep him home. I don't know. Anyway, so they're making sure the kids get off to school. Maya is going to catch the school bus in with Addison in a little bit of a calculating way. She's viewing Giovanna and Maya as her new gang, that she's got a gang like her dad. And I did mention earlier, I am thinking about what to do with these guys next. Because obviously Alex and Ashley are the children of my celebrity gold digger Makayla, and it would be fun, I think, to do a different challenge with a different descendant of that line. I think it'd be fun, but I'm still looking into what that would be. Because all of the big challenges, there are some that I haven't done yet, but they don't sort of fit this family dynamic. So I may have to make one up, but I'd love to hear what you guys think of that. Right, so the kids are gone. Alex has gathered the troops. So in theory, the whole gang is here. It looks like we're all slowly trickling in. So he's catching them up on the situation and saying, look, we have to deal with the bears and we have to deal with them now, because if they've come for Jenny and Maya, they could come for any of us. They could come for Hugh and Nadia and Giovanna. And Nadia's obviously like, well, I could totally take them, which is a bit of a lie. And Hugh is drawing up battle plans as we speak on his little device here. The more physical Sims in the group are strategizing, what are we going to do? Do we go and burn their place down? Now, the other thing that's coming up is Cordelia is a fairly new member of the group, and she's like, well, who even is Jenny anyway, and why should we care? Alex is explaining, look, I had moments of indiscretion when I was younger. Lily is at home, but she's avoiding this conversation. Her daughter is my child. We're not a couple, obviously, but I want to look after Maya. So Cordelia's like, okay, cool, but why do we care? Should Jenny be a member of the gang if we're going to go out on a limb and defend her? And Alex is saying, well, that's kind of up to Jenny. So what I'll do is I'll see if I can have him invite her. I expect she'll probably say yes. She has a pretty good friendship with him, but let's see. Yeah, Cordelia's like, well, if you're going to join, then I'm totally in support of, looking after you and stuff. No offense, lady, but I don't know you from, a bar of soap. I don't know you from Adam. Why would we go out on a limb to protect you? And Jenny's like, well, I've done work for the gang before, It's like, well, yeah, sure, but that's the difference between freelance kind of helping out. That's why I joined eventually, because, I had been freelancing helping Alex, and then here we go. Then I decided that it was better to actually get in the protection of the gang, the bears were threatening me as well. Jenny's like, well, you should understand then. She's like, I do, but you need to commit. If you want our help, you need to commit. I just saw the fire over here in the corner of the screen. It was like, another one, but no. All right, did she say yes? I'd love to join the Fixers. Awesome. So she has joined the gang as well. In theory, once we get the points, we can invite one more sim. There isn't room for the kids, though. So that's a problem. There's nothing I can do about that. So maybe we'll have 2 clubs, and one will be senior Fixers and one will be junior Fixers once the kids age up. I am thinking I'm going to age up Jason in the next part, but we also need to throw down against the Sims. So she's heard that Jenny's joined and she's feeling a bit ambivalent about it, because if Jenny is in the gang, she's going to be spending more time with Alex, and there is still that jealous component to her personality, even though she's trying to believe Alex that the relationship is over. Obviously the relationship with Chantel's less of an issue because she's not actually on the scene, whereas Jenny is. She's living in the dining room. She's right there. Now, I'm going to end this part here. Obviously, any kind of move that we make against the bears is going to be big and complicated. I'd love to know what you guys think. Should I download the extreme violence mod? Should I just set fire to their house the same way that they set fire to Maya's house? Should we try and get them in trouble with the law? I can try and look at having our gang go over there again and actually change the lot type of the house, maybe, so that we can try and fight with them or something. There's a few different ways we could try and handle it. A lot of them would require mods, like the extreme violence mod, for example. Alex does still need to see a sim die for his aspiration. So that is a factor in my thinking. But I feel like whether we'll escalate to murder or whether, I think maybe we should go for something a bit more low-key, like getting one of them thrown in jail or something like that, or, again, a fire, because I don't think, it feels like it would escalate super, super fast if you just offed everybody. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Like I said, I don't want Maya and Jenny in the house for too long just because 8 Sims is too many for me to handle. I do it in the 100 Baby Challenge and I don't approve. One option, Logan is over here looking very, very interested, but paying a fair bit of attention to Jenny, it's fair to say. I mean, he's talking to Ashley at the moment. But maybe Logan, as he's Nadia's cousin, maybe he would offer to take Maya and Jenny in. He does have space in his house. So that is definitely an option. So, see, look, now he's sliding on in there, giving her a look. He's like, well, I could help sort of get brownie points with my boss. And also she's pretty cute. Jenny is a bit older than Logan. I think he's still a young adult. She's actually well on her way. I discovered when I moved her in. She's well on her way to being an elder. Maybe he's into that. I don't know. Where's the timeline-y thing? There we go. So she's got 28 days till she ages up. So We'll see. See, Nadia's watching Jenny and Logan like, no, we can't invite anybody over. No, absolutely not. Too many Sims. All right, I'm going to end this part here, guys. I'd love to hear what you think of how we should handle the bear problem. Set some traps. I believe that's traditional. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.